Hi, Giselle. Thank you so much for meeting me today. I really appreciate your time. My name is Laura, and I'm with Comcast Spotlight. I work on the advertising and marketing side, helping local businesses grow their visibility and customer base. Okay. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Honestly, a little tired. It's been one of those days, but overall good. How about you?
Yeah, I totally get that. I'm doing well too, thank you. And I really appreciate you fitting this into your schedule. Before we get into anything, I spent some time learning about Planet Mundo Fit, and I really like the community feel you built. So let me ask you, how long have you personally been involved with the business?
So the gym itself has been open a little over a year, but I've been involved for about 3 years total, including planning and getting ready to set up before we opened.
Oh wow, that's actually really cool. Being involved from the early stages probably gives you a very real perspective, you know. What made you want to get more involved on the business side?
Honestly, I saw how much the gym helped people, not just physically, but mentally too. It felt like more like not just workouts, and I wanted to help grow that instead just being a member, doing a little bit more than that, trying
Okay,
to make a difference.
okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You can really tell when someone genuinely believes in what they're building, right? So just to set expectations for today, this isn't meant to be a sales pitch at all. My goal is really to understand your
Okay.
business, what you're working toward, and what challenges you're facing. Then, if it makes sense, we can talk about next steps. Does that sound okay for you?
Yes, that sounds good. I actually appreciate that you're not jumping straight into selling me something.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. So to start, can you tell me a little bit about Planet Mundo Fit and the type of members
Sure,
you're really trying to attract right now?
sure. So we mainly focus on adults in the local area who wants group fitness classes, but also people who are looking for something a little bit more personal. A lot of our members don't really like big crowded gyms, so they come to us for that community feeling.
Okay, yeah, I get that. When you say supportive, what does that actually look like day to day?
It's more personal. People know each other. The trainings really take the time with the members, and it feels less intimidating overall.
Okay. And geographically, are most members coming from nearby?
Yes, most of members are from Coral Gables or nearby neighborhoods. I'll say most of them live about like within a few miles. We don't really get many people coming from far away.
Okay, that helps. How are people typically finding you right now?
Honestly, mostly has been through mouth so far, word of mouth. We tried some social media here and there, but it hasn't been consistent yet. A lot of depends on how busy things are, with people and how much they can relate to each other. And the time that we really have to focus on marketing is very slim.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. A lot of businesses I talk to are in similar situation. They're juggling so many things that marketing ends up getting pushed to the side. So let me ask you, what's been the biggest challenge when it comes to staying consistent with it?
Honestly, it's mostly just time. We're still very hands-on with the business. So when things get busy, marketing is usually the first thing that gets pushed aside. And when that happens, we definitely notice a slowdown. Fewer inquires, fewer new people coming in, and it becomes harder to predict what it's gonna, look next in the first weeks. So it's come harder to plan.
Okay. And what happens when things slow down?
Again, it makes planning just a really hard. So some weeks we feel really confident, and other weeks we're kind of questioning what went wrong.
Okay, I can see how that could be frustrating. If that continues, Giselle, what concerns you the most?
Honestly, I worry that the growth will slow down. We've worked really hard to build momentum, and I don't want to lose that, especially with more gyms opening today nearby.
Okay, I absolutely understand that. When someone is thinking about joining, right, who usually makes that decision? Do you think that it's just the individual or does anyone else influence it?
Usually it's the individual, but sometimes couple decide together.
Got it. And what do you think the decision process usually look like from your perspective?
They usually looks up us online, you know, then check our social medias and maybe they read some reviews. Sometimes they'll follow us for a while before they actually decide to come in.
Okay, got it. Have you tried any paid advertising before, or has it mostly been organic?
Mostly organic. We talked about paid advertising, but we really haven't taken a step yet.
Okay. And why would you say it's holding you back?
Hmm. Mainly budget, and honestly, just knowing that it will actually work. We don't want to spend money unless we feel confident it's going to make a difference.
Okay. So let me pause for a second and make sure I'm understanding everything correctly, okay? Um,
Okay.
so it sounds like your main goal are to increase visibility locally, right? Attract members who are more likely to commit long term and create more consistent growth so you can plan with confidence. At the same time, you want to make sure any marketing investment actually delivers value. So can you please let me know if I captured that correctly?
Yes, that's exactly it. You sum it up really well.
Okay, great. Thank you for confirming that. So, based on everything you've shared, let me walk you through a high level idea of how Comcast Spotlight could support what you're trying to do. All right. I'll keep it simple. What we focus on is helping businesses reach the right people, not just more people. We do that through a mix of streaming TV and digital advertising using data to target by location, interest, and behaviors. Okay. So instead of posting on social media and hoping the right people come across it, your message shows up for people in your area who are already consuming fitness or lifestyle related content, so it's more
Okay.
focused. If it helps, I'm going to share with you a quick example from another local fitness business we've worked with before. So just let me share the screen with you and I'll give you a minute so you can look at this. All right, can you see it?
Yes, I can.
I'll give you a minute, that way you can take a look.
All right.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. So, what stands out to you when you see something like this?
I like that it feels more targeted. You know, it doesn't feel like you're putting ads out there and hoping for the best. I also like that you can actually see how people move from seeing the ad to signing up.
Okay, exactly. So that's the idea. Let me just stop sharing my screen for a minute. Perfect. So that's the idea. This is why we focus on consistency and targeting instead of just volume. And based on what you told me earlier, reaching people who are actually ready to commit is really important for you and for your business. So from a value standpoint, the goal is not just awareness, it's consistency, more predictable inquiries, better qualified leads, and ultimately members who stay longer, of course. If you were able to bring in members more consistently and felt confident they were the right fit, how will that impact Planet Mundo Fit?
Honestly, it will make a big difference. We'll feel more confident making decisions and planning ahead for sure.
Okay, that makes sense. In terms of investment, campaigns are usually designed around local businesses' budgets. We don't focus on discounts. We focus on making sure the strategy aligns with what you're trying to accomplish and delivers value. So that being said, I want to be realistic, okay? What concerns do you still have at this point?
I think my biggest concern is still cost, you know? I just don't want to spend money and not seeing results.
Okay, I get that. That's a completely valid concern. And I appreciate you being honest about it. So, let me make sure I understand correctly. Is it more about the size of the investment or more about the uncertainty of whether it will actually work?
Mostly the uncertainty. I'm open to investing, of course. I just don't want to make the wrong decisions.
Okay, that makes sense. Um, what we typically do in situations like this is start with a test approach. Okay, that allows us to track performance, to see what's working at the gym, and make some adjustments before committing long term. So with that being said, will starting with someone like that will help you feel more comfortable?
Yes, that will definitely help.
Okay, great. So based on everything we discussed today, Giselle, how are you feeling about exploring this further?
I'm definitely open to learning more.
Okay, perfect. What I would recommend as the next step is setting up a follow-up meeting where I can come back with a more detailed, customized proposal based on your goals, audience, and budget comfort level. All right. Will you be open to schedule that?
Yes, that works for me.
Awesome. So I'll send you a recap of today's conversation along with a calendar invite for our next meeting. Thank you again for your time, Giselle. I really enjoy learning more about Planet Mundo Fit, and I'm looking forward to continuing this conversation. Okay.
Thank you, Laura.
Okay. Have a great day.